Well, we'll certainly be keeping a watch out for all those predictions. Time for us then to move on to the segment of the show that's called Bootstrap. This is where we help you with all your how-tos when it comes to building your own enterprise. The big question this week, how do you go about finding and then building your founding team?
Now ask any investor and he will tell you that the one thing that he looks out for maximum while building a startup is the team. And as Paul Graham of Y Combinator once said, a startup has far too much work for one person to do all by himself. Now given that, what are the qualities an entrepreneur should look out for in his co-founder and what really makes up for that perfect founding team?
History will always tell you that there is not one person who's good at everything. And that's why some of the greatest companies have some of the best founding teams which are complementary in nature. So the most important to look for is for the entrepreneurs to understand what are the missing skill sets. Is it marketing? Is it administrative in nature? Is it operations? Is it technology? Whatever the entrepreneur thinks he or she is lacking in personally is what the entrepreneur should look for.
Great. Now you know what to look out for. So how and where do you go looking for that rockstar technology or business development guys who can forge that perfect combination with you? Well, there are multiple ways to see your founding team. Let's take a look at some of them.
More often than not, your co-founders are people who have previously worked with you or people that at least somebody you trust has worked with in the past. That's the ideal place to look. Which is your Rolodex and people that you are working with or you have worked with or somebody you trust has worked with. Having said that, there are a lot of entrepreneur forums, ecosystems. You could be watching a show such as this and meet someone at an event, whether it's a startups event organized by organizations like Chai or NASCOM.
Now once you've built that strong foundation for your company, another area that needs to be addressed is making sure that everyone has skin in the game. Essentially ensuring that everyone's interest in terms of equity holding within the company is looked at not just upfront but over the course of the company. This can be a tricky issue. Here are some of the ways that you can go about structuring it.
My suggestion is that you should distribute the equity equally. After you distribute equity equally among the founders, you got to have around about 20%, I would say, for ESOP, which should be distributed over the next 4 or 5 years. I would keep around about 7% for early hires. Basically, what you're saying is around about 73% should be owned by a founding team, and around about 27% should be early hires plus ESOP pool. So as you get a venture capital round, and as you grow and you issue more shares to other people who join the company, you will obviously value it.
Well, there you have it. So while finding your founding team, it's not just important to find the right co-founder with the right synergy, but it's also important to make sure that his interest is aligned with the growth of the company. And as the Google saying goes, do no evil. Go ahead and give everyone a fair deal and you've built yourself a strong foundation that will last you for multiple years.
Well, with that, we've come to the end of the episode this week. But don't forget, very soon, we will be reviewing the 20 shortlisted startups on our Super Angel series. So you better watch out for that. Don't forget, you can write into us and starting up at etnow.tv. Send us an SMS or simply find us on Facebook. We'll say goodbye. But before we go, as we say every week, remember, there's never a better time than now to go out there and start up.